oh my God, I just wasted my first kiss and I feel like shit because he wants to forget it ever happened and I never will.
Yeah.
Totally. Burned into your eyes.
Like his trauma is to like make it not exist. Your trauma is to never be able to forget.
Wild Til 9! Are you ready?
Yep, let's go home. Etsy offers an extensive range of items catering to all budgets and gift-giving needs. Finding a personal and special gift for the people important to you has been made a lot easier with Etsy.
So when you are searching for the perfect gifts this holiday season, make sure to check out Etsy. New to Etsy, use the code HOLIDAY10 for 10% off your first purchase. That's code HOLIDAY10. Maximum discount value of $50 expires December 31st, 2003. See terms at etsy.com/terms. For handcrafted and affordable gifts for everyone on your list, Etsy has it. Shop etsy.com.
Shopify is not just in the e-commerce game, they're dominating it. They power 10% of all e-commerce in the US and are the backbone for brands like Allbirds and Rothy's, not to mention millions of ambitious entrepreneurs globally.
And if you ever get stuck, Shopify's award-winning support is like having a lifeline to e-commerce experts. They're there to help you navigate and succeed. So if you're looking to elevate your business from garage startup to global sensation, Shopify is the way to go. Because when it comes to growth, the pros go with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/WT9, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/WT9 now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/WT9. DraftKings Casino is bringing the holiday spirit right to your door with their amazing Holidays on the House promotion.
We have a special gift for our Tillies. When you play with just $5, you get $100 instantly in casino credits. It's like finding a bonus present under the tree.
Download the DraftKings Casino app now and sign up with promo code WT9 and play $5 to get $100 in casino credits. That's promo code WT9 only at DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Welcome back to Wild Til 9. Today we have a guest and I'm so excited. I'm a little stressed on the last name pronunciation, but I'm going to give it 110%.
I believe in you.
Today, joining us, we have Miles Bonsignore.
That's
a
right.
Father, husband, comedian, known for giving advice that goes for miles on the tripod and the Perfect Person podcast, and proposals with our good friend Zach Cornady in Philly restaurants like IHOP, Red Lobster, and my personal favorite, the Olive Garden ring on a breadstick.
Wow. What an intro. And thank you so much for having me on the show. It's a delight to be here.
It's good to have you.
We're so happy to have you. The last time that we saw you, we were unearthing and uncovering one of the most unhinged things that anyone's ever told me.
Yeah. It was,
I think in the world, maybe.
That was one of my favorite calls of all time. You guys came on my show, Perfect Person. We took a call from someone who his niece was his biological daughter.
Right.
And he went into detail about why that was, and then he needed our advice.
I don't know if he needed our advice, but we gave it to him.
We certainly
Yeah.
did. No, that was like an extraordinary call. I thought you both had a lot of wisdom to shed.
We talked about that, just like Jeremy and I, and like my mom called me after. Like that lives rent free in my head afterwards.
Completely. By the way, honor that your mom listened.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's on top of it.
Gail is a social media consumer. She's up on her social media.
Should I ask
consumption.
Donna if she watched it?
No, that's okay.
Okay, all right.
That's okay. Also, I feel like I feel like you not like roasted her a little bit, but there was like adoption-esque.
Oh, that's true.
You know
You
what I
talked
mean?
about your whole you opened
Yeah.
up actually in a way that I haven't seen you do.
Thanks, Miles.
And it was really nice to see.
It was only possible because of the environment that was created.
I appreciate
for one
that.
perfect person.
That's really nice.
You
Yeah.
give this man another 6'4" white man, and he just like has things to say.
I'm like, finally, what of me?
Yeah, literally.
And a lot of the comments were just like, oh my gosh, Jeremy was so heartteelt in this.
Well, there's like...
Look at he does have a heart, you
He does
guys.
have a heart. It's right there.
Crazy.
I'm running for office. That's all this. My team thought it was a good idea.
Miles, how are you coping with being like an individual now?
I
feel
know. Well, I'm very lucky in that I get to be an individual and still sort of keep working at Try Guys. Because I still am in the videos and I'm still on the podcast.
You're still in the podcast,
I'm
which
no
is
longer a
great.
full-time employee.
Yes.
And I got to make a Wildlife Try Guys video, which is really good for me because it means that I can tell everybody all at once in a like sort of dramatic fashion. Like, hey, by the way, I am in good terms with pretty much everybody. So that was super convenient. But no, it's a joy. It's really like it could not have gone better.
What's like
Wild.
the split now between the stuff that you're doing with Try Guys and Miles Bonsignore?
Stuff I do with Try Guys is like I'm on contract. So I go to do videos when there's a video that they need me for, and I go to the podcast, which is like a weekly podcast. But
Oh no, literally, like when I feel like I started hearing about this, I was like, you can't lose Miles on the on the tripod. You can't.
I'm honored.
You can't.
Well, no, it also is like that is the thing that because I initially when I was like not an intern, I was like a junior employee at the company, and that was something that I was like, hey, we should have a podcast, and here's why, and whatever. So it's so nice that I get to keep doing that, which is like my favorite thing to do anyway, was to like be on that show. And I don't have to like, edit it, which is really great.
Speaking of when you were a junior intern or whatever, what did you start as?
Production assistant.
Production assistant.
Yeah, because it was only there was only like 10 people at first. It was like the 4 of them.
And 4 of them were them.
Yeah,
Four
were
of them
just
were
them? Literally them.
Yep. And then I think I was hire number 3 or 4.
How did they find you?
I worked at BuzzFeed. So I worked at BuzzFeed for like just a little bit.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering because I know that a lot of people have been able to like bring their favorite BuzzFeed people along with them when they go kind of solo into their own thing.
And I was like a fellow or whatever. It's where they, you're essentially like, you're basically an intern at first. You crew on all the videos.
Okay. Yes.
And you like shoot stuff and you run sound and you go get people lunch. And then you make like one video. And then if that video is good enough, then they have you be a senior fellow and you make a video a week. And it's just like a.
So while other people like are getting their 3rd and 4th PhD and calling themselves a fellow.
Absolutely.
You're like, did you? So
I was like
milk
on set, like smelling the Try Guys shirt for a video. For some, there was like a video where we had to smell their pheromones. And I was like coming in and being like, like whatever. That was
you said, I've got the fucking nose
one.
for this.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I got the snot. Oh, by the way, and you think I can smell good? Nope.
What?
Really? You know what? We say
More
that about our
surface
bull
area, not
terriers
better?
too, because our bull terriers have they're just nose, like their whole head is actually
All
just
nose.
nose. But I don't think that it actually increases their ability to have better snoffers.
No, I wish that it made me be able to like smell miles away. Like,
Do you really
smell
want
how-
better scent though? Like
Maybe not.
I think that there's like seriously bad at a certain point. Diminishing returns
On
is like
smell?
the
You're
nice way to say
so
this.
right.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
You're so
Smell
right.
is 90% of taste, is what they say.
Yes, because
guess.
when you lose your like your ability to like smell things,
If you have a cold, like
can't
food doesn't taste well.
I've never
You're so
really.
right.
I can always taste things.
You've never lost your taste?
Going back to me versus COVID and like only winnings on my side, like
Yeah.
I think there's something like the same type of reason why like I think I could like lick a plate of COVID and not get it. I just always have those things.
You haven't had it yet?
No.
He got that dog in him.
No.
Oh my, he got that dog.
No,
in him.
and like not because like I only stayed inside for 4 years. Like I feel like the last year when like post vaccination.
Yeah.
No, Jeremy's blood should probably be studied for this because like we got all the vaccines. I got COVID twice while still being vaccinated. And like luckily I was like very much like not really
Well, you know,
sick.
The Last of Us.
No, I was
I'm the
going to
little
say.
girl.
I was just going to
He is
say.
Bella.
You are
Bella
Bella
Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Yeah.
I know. And so
You're
we
Ellie.
literally didn't even really separate when I had COVID and he just never got it both times.
That is so wild.
I know.
Yeah, I think
and
I've
also
had it
like
twice. I
like
don't know.
like the science behind the vaccines, like maybe it's just the vaccine doing its job and like shout out vaccines.
No,
but,
that's a
like,
really good point. It's like, yeah, you didn't get it. Like, that's probably what
we're
should
like,
happen.
your
Mostly.
blood needs to be studied. We're like,
It's
oh, you're just
right.
vaccinated.
The vaccine needs to be studied.
Pfizer, if you're listening, you know, I just think that I've got cockroach energy.
No, you definitely do have cockroach
That's awesome.
energy
Can't
as
be
well,
killed.
too.
Can't be killed.
How are you dealing with? You know what? I feel like you probably got eased into being in like the public eye and having criticism, right? Like kind of being a personality.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like, because I was just an employee, but I was on the podcast
Yeah,
a little.
People know your name, know
I
what you
think
do.
a lot.
Yeah, well, at first it was, I had a segment at the very end, Advice That'll Go for Miles, and I gave a stupid little piece of advice.
What was it called?
Advice That'll Go for Miles.
With a name like Miles.
How do you not?
How do you not?
And so
It's right
then
there.
from there, it like, I started talking more and more. And I think during the pandemic was when, that must have been like a year or two into the show. Maybe a year. Yeah. And during the pandemic, I think it was as simple as when we're shooting in the office and one person wasn't there, we shot on 2 cameras. So I sat in there. So let's do 2 cameras, not 3. So I'm on camera the whole time for those episodes.
Right.
And then during the pandemic, we had a Zoom screen. Everyone is on screen the whole time. So it's the four of them and me.
Split
so it's like,
screen,
well, if I'm going to
yeah.
be on screen the whole time, I might as well fucking talk,
Right. Say
right? Because this
something.
is so weird that I'm just sitting here going, you guys are so funny.
It'd be weirder if you didn't say anything.
No, exactly. So then over time, I just became a bigger and bigger part of the show. And then like started doing main channel stuff with Zach and
now you got main character energy.
thank you. I know now I'm like making YouTube videos or like that's the goal anyway. That's like seems to be the next thing I should do because people are already
No,
seeing
you're
me on YouTube.
you're crushing it. No, I feel like that's like a natural next step for you. I saw your TikTok where you're doing Tube Girl,
I did Tube Girl.
and like that is the main character of
What?
main character energy.
I Tube Girled in Los Angeles subway. Do you know about Tube Girl?
Tell Jeremy about
Oh
Tube
my
Girl.
God, Jeremy.
I
You're
do,
not,
but for everybody
you're
else.
literally
Jeremy,
not that
ugh.
girl. Ugh, can you believe him?
Walk me through the Tube Girl.
I can't believe, honestly, like Tube Girl is showing up so much for me. I can't believe that someone could not have seen Tube Girl.
I'm big on electrician talk.
His literal TikTok is like
Plumbing talk?
electrician, like helicopters, like
Yeah. No,
Like-
I'm on like the girls group chat TikTok.
I
Like Tube Girl,
love that for you.
Tube Girl is a girl who was in the tube
Right.
in London.
Subway.
In the subway.
I've traveled.
That's London for subway.
Right. Yeah.
That's one of our if you're trash. Yeah.
You're
Got it.
trash?
Yeah.
And she would go into the London tube and she would flip her phone around using that 0.5 lens. So that way it's as wide as possible.
Yep.
Right. And then she's doing she's like dancing and lip syncing, but it's like so
It's
fucking
actually,
confident.
Like,
It's
very
extraordinary.
musically too. Remember like
Yeah.
the hand motions with
Right.
like
Yeah.
different angles. It's
Yes.
very musically vibes.
But she's owning it so much.
Jeremy just discovered Tate McRae as well too. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're familiar
Yo,
with
there's a
Tate
new
McRae.
artist out. Her name's Tate McRae.
Jeremy
I
was
been around for a long
I wanna
time.
put it real
so
quick.
excited to tell me about this new indie artist that he found.
Yeah,
and I was
I know.
like, Jeremy, I was like, Tate McRae has 50 million Spotify monthly listeners. I was like, but thank you so much for sharing.
So popular.
Yeah,
Couldn't be
now
more
she
popular.
does. Now she does. I'm not kidding. One of her tracks come on like the other night, and I was like, "This is a fucking banger." I mean, just a total bop. Hit the repeat one, and I just did chores to it, and I was like, "Babe,
Yeah.
babe, babe, babe," and she didn't even pretend to not know.
You're discovering ketchup.
She could.
Yeah.
For the
You're-
first
that's,
time.
You
That's
know
a
about ketchup
great.
too?
That's a-
You guys are fucking with ketchup.
Okay, remember
I
after,
have a sauce you're gonna love.
but after the episode, I've got this thing called ranch. You're gonna fucking love
You're
it.
gonna die.
If
bro.
you're
It's
as
out of this
white and tall
world.
as me, it's gonna be the best thing that's ever put in your mouth.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try.
I know.
Oh my God. So anyway, so Tube Girl does her thing to the Tate McRae song, and Miles
She knows Tate McRae.
went.
Yeah,
She does.
everybody does.
She does,
Sorry,
yes.
Jeremy. Everybody knows
Yeah,
Tate
yeah.
McRae.
I'm so sorry.
Got it.
I'm so glad that you have in fact joined us.
I think she might want to be like one of like the artists of the year, if not decade.
Yeah.
Yes.
You saying that like you're just reading a Rolling Stone
I can't,
headline.
okay, but I can't wait for her to get the recognition that she deserves from others. That's all I'm saying.
Agreed. Yeah. We all
She's
can.
so
And
good.
it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
Because when she does get discovered.
Yeah.
You know she can dance.
She can dance
Thank you
too.
so much, Jeremy.
definitely good.
Okay, so
So
Tube
much.
Girl.
Tube Girl, and she does it on the morning commute inside in the thing. And as the time she was doing it, everyone was sort of like, oh my God, like this so confident. Like, look at her. If Tube Girl can dance on the tube on the way to people's work, then maybe I can have confidence to like have an extra little treat for myself.
It's like much deeper than like you think. You know, it's not
So-
just a stupid little dance.
No, it's
so-
not. It's a movement.
It's a movement.
Did you commute?
So what I did was this was blowing up at during the week that I was like, I have to shoot a
Yes.
video. And I was like, I'm going to do a video where I become Tube Girl.
Okay.
So I watched her videos, trained incredibly, trained for at least an hour with my friend Jay, who's really anxious. So I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring in my friend who's incredibly anxious and like does not like to do this type of thing at all.
So like the possibly the worst person you could have found for this.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And so
When they zig, you zag.
when they zig, I zag.
Okay.
We're watching Tube Girls videos. We're training. We find a royalty-free song or a song that I have like a license to in an aggregate group, so we can play it on YouTube. And we're like, what's the song we're gonna dance to? It has to be like for the girls, you know?
Right.
We find this great song, and then we go down to the Los Angeles subway. We get on the subway all confident, and we get so nervous we do not do it the first
No.
time. And we like take it from stop to stop, and we're like, it's gonna be great.
How
We walk
many
in,
people
it's
are on
like,
this train?
It's packed. I didn't know that this many people took the train.
The LA subway.
Yeah, that's right. Very
Metro,
popular,
whatever
apparently.
it is. It's packed.
Decent, and also it's kind of nice.
Well, it's new.
Yeah, I had never taken it before. I never
I
even.
also have never
I've taken it
it
once.
No, yeah.
Last
I
time.
didn't even know that it really existed. But I
yeah.
went on. And then
Good for us.
YouTube Girl.
we got too nervous for the first time. We're like, okay, that was so lame. Like, we obviously, it's in the video, but we're like, this is so lame. We have to get on another one. We're going to do it this time. Nervous again.
So, and did you get on the one that went back or
Yeah.
just went one more stop?
So we go on the way and went back. And I'm like, well, obviously, we're going back to the stop we started. So we have to do it. So then we can just go on our car, go
Right.
home. Don't do it. We get too nervous. It's scary. It's fucking scary. Being on the subway and being like, I am going to look so stupid. And these people who like, obviously I don't know them. And it's funny, like I'm dumb on the internet for hundreds of thousands of people. And they're like, that's whatever.
But those
this is different.
2 dozen people?
This is different.
There's like people who are just like sitting there, like whatever. So then we get back on and we do it and we crush and it is exhilarating. And then we got boba after.
Does that kind of thing make you nervous? Because again, like you've done crazy shit, like going in public with Zach, like doing those like public proposals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you painted your body with the clothing, but it was paint. Like, does that? Do you thrive?
I think it made me nervous. It would have made me nervous before I started working at Try Guys and doing that stuff with Zach. But now I do it so much that. Like the paint video, like I was a little bit perturbed.
Okay.
But then I looked at our friend Jack, who was there with us that day, and he had never done anything like that. And I was like, yeah, I guess I'm feeling a little nervous. And I looked at him and I was like, oh no, that's what nervous looks like. Like he was just, and he wasn't even in his underwear. He was just with us.
Right.
And he was fully clothed. He was running
an
sound.
accessory.
The idea was that he was wearing a lav standing near us because we couldn't.
You had nothing. You were not wearing clothes. So
no, I was in my underwear
Yes.
in the Cheesecake Factory with painted clothes on.
Yeah. For context.
For context. There was painted clothes on.
Jeremy missed that one, but it's okay.
Yeah, to be clear.
We'll do a little homework tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it maybe a little bit different because if it fails, you're the one in charge this time?
Well, for this video, I was with Zach. So I was honestly
the underwear
like.
clothing one, that was a Try Guys thing.
For Tube Girl, yeah, it's a little bit like when I do these videos with Zach, we've done so many stupid things. He's the one who is telling me to do it.
Right.
And that was my W2
You
job.
are the accessory.
So now I'm the accessory to the fact.
And if like something were to happen,
Yes,
they're
now-
responsible for you and everything else.
Well, so I just shot a video that I don't know when this comes out, but it'll be out in a couple of weeks where I created my own delivery app for a day.
Okay.
Wait, I saw you posting that on your Instagram. Oh my God, that you were like, you're going to deliver food.
This was a similar feeling.
And by an app, you mean you're just going to deliver the food?
Yes.
Okay.
By an app, I mean people called the perfect person hotline.
I was thinking to myself, I was like, he made tests. Okay,
No.
he registered with Apple developers. He released.
No. People called the perfect person hotline, and then I said, "What kind of food do you want and where?" And they were like, "I guess I want a burrito, and I'm in my dorm." And I was like, "You got it. I'll be there in 40 minutes." Perfect. And then I drove the burrito, got a tour of her school.
Wow.
We delivered 4 deliveries throughout the day.
Yeah, I'm shocked that you were able to make 4. Because
was
you got a
incredible.
tour of a school.
It was incredible.
What school?
Oh my God, it was
UCLA?
no, it
USC?
wasn't. It was no. I want to say Cape Cod University, but that's not what it was called. Cal State.
Cape Cod.
Basically
so close.
Cape Cod.
Basically Cape
So
Cod.
close.
One lead to the next.
See, it's too complicated to even think about. But we delivered the food. But it was the same feeling where I'm like walking up to these people who I don't know.
Right.
And I'm like, also somebody made a good point where they're like, be careful because you could be killed or robbed. Like
Right,
we have
right,
like cameras
right.
and stuff for
Right.
showing up to these people's houses. But yeah, no, it makes it a little different when you're doing it on your own. Because I'm like, and it kind of also is fun in that way too. Because I'm just like, okay, like the risk is bigger, but like the reward is also bigger.
Yeah.
And I get to sort of like start crafting the pattern of how I want my content to feel over time.
Right.
Which is really exciting because I have done a lot of things, but I haven't really posted YouTube videos. I've made a lot of YouTube videos. I've been in a lot of YouTube videos, but I haven't made my own style of thing consistently on YouTube. So it's cool to be like, all right, I'll do this. And then the next thing is this. And that like establishes a pattern of the next thing. And you know, whatever. So
How do you do being like a self-starter in terms of making your own schedule? Because that's like, I feel like when people start going kind of like independent on their own, that's the first thing they're like, oh my God, I have too much control.
I know. I would say that I'm actually pretty good about that.
Amazing.
Just because of the skill set I've gleaned. I mean, Jeremy and I are always talking about tech kind of things.
Yeah.
It's sort of the same part of my brain that's like, okay, I need to be at my desk whether or not I'm working, regardless of whatever. And like setting up a business, setting up like payroll, that kind of stuff came naturally to me because I like to organize my brain in that kind of way. And the schedule stuff is hard just because like with YouTube videos, I kept trying to be like, all right, I would love if the style of content I made was me sitting at a desk and farting something out in an hour.
Wouldn't that be great?
And wouldn't that be so nice if people liked me for that?
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, I think what people are going to like more and what I'm probably going to have more fun doing is like going door to door and delivering burritos or whatever.
Yeah, of course, as one does. as one does in their first couple YouTube videos.
Yeah,
Like
really
if you
common.
can describe to somebody who's never watched you before and they get it,
Yeah.
no. Like, can you imagine trying to have like explain that to someone who's not already consuming the internet?
Yeah,
Just
they'd be
like,
like, why would you do that?
And so like, what's the plan on making money? Like, just like,
And you're paying for their food, so you're losing money.
So Miles Delivery Service also
It's free.
wow.
100% free.
I wish that I had caught this.
100% free.
Did anyone try and give you a tip?
No.
Damn.
No, well, I had them rate me out of 5 stars, and I got a lot of bad reviews.
Bad reviews.
And they were nice, but they were like 3 out of 5 stars. And I was like,
What?
I paid for the
Yeah,
burrito.
you got your free
I
food.
give it 5 or 0 stars. It's not, or 5 or 1. There's never a 3.
I'm usually not giving 3 because if it's 3, I'm probably not reviewing.
Right.
Right?
They're just like,
Damn.
It's like call us back at the end of this phone call for a review.
yeah.
Unless it's
I
exceptional.
want to know what
service.
psychopath goes. I'd love to.
I'd
talk
love to
about
stay
I'd
for the
love to-
survey.
Let me
I would
stay.
love to stay
and it
for the
wasn't
survey.
exceptionally good or bad. It was just average, and,
Yeah.
and I'd like to answer questions about it.
Yeah. I don't understand
What?
why you would do that.
Do we have callers?
We do have callers, but
Oh my gosh,
I
that's
have,
right.
Wait, I have more. I have so many more questions for
please.
Miles.
We have like 12 minutes, Jeremy. I pushed
Oh.
everyone back 15.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Okay, great.
I like that. I'm
So
excited.
I feel
to
like
talk to them.
we like hang with Miles, and then we'll do calls, and then
I
we close out.
thought someone was waiting.
No,
My
no.
punctuality was like,
Yeah.
hey,
That's what I like to hear.
fucking do this.
And you guys have them locked in. You're scheduled.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, you just fucking freeball.
Fucking freeball, dude.
Immediately,
Wonder if they'll be free.
and
I
somehow
screen the
all
calls
of them were available.
because I screen the calls in an hour before. So I post the thing.
Oh.
And in the hour leading up to the show, I am on Google Voice. It's like I'm
Yeah.
a hacker.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the screen and I'm just like, the dad, my best friend's ex, fucked my friend's dad. And I'm like categorizing them. And then at the end, I
Excel sheet, fucked dad, friend's
dad.
ex,
Yeah,
this,
categorizing
that.
it.
Yeah.
It's like Minority Report. I'm like, and then I call them all back. But I'm excited to hear these people. But you had a
Me too.
question.
Yes. Have you made any decisions in terms of like keeping parts of your life private, like as you're navigating being like kind of an independent creator now?
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Because I also have a baby.
I know. And so a lot of people I feel like don't know that because
Yeah.
you do a great job of keeping your life private. And I'm just wondering if that
And
was
we've got
like,
a picture
intentional.
of the face and social security right here.
Well, that's interesting. There's something funny about that where like, I don't know, also like if I'm saying something that's wrong, then fucking roll with it, baby. But I kind of am like, I said this on Kelsey's podcast at one
Yeah.
point, but I was like, a lot of people announce their baby like it's a piece of merch.
Yeah.
And I think that's so, it can be so weird.
Baby drop.
Dropping August 2024,
Yeah,
baby.
like you guys are gonna love little baby Aaron, and it's like, what is this? Like, this is so weird.
It's a
so
merch drop.
I try to also let my life exist. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like I don't have a baby,
Yeah.
or like, and I know people do this, but like go to extensive efforts. If I take like a cute picture of my friends holding my baby, I'm not like black barring the baby
Right.
so that no one can see. You know, I'm just sort of like trying to let my life exist, trying not to make content about that because I
Yeah.
just am very
Yep.
protective of. I don't want the way that I interact with my life to change because I'm trying to make content out of
Yeah.
it. Like I'm okay doing things that like, you know, like me, my wife might do something and a thing, but I don't want our dynamic to change at all or my dynamic, even between my friends. Like I don't want to do something that's going to affect the way that I enjoy my life because I'm making content out of it.
I think that is a fucking A+ spot on perspective. I think you're
Thank
killing
you.
it.
Thank you so much.
Like I literally can't believe. I feel like you're pretty bold in everything you say, and I can't believe that was the one statement you're like, I don't know how to say something wrong, but like if we just did wrong with it, like that was like literally the most like eloquent statement I've ever heard ever, and I think it's spot on. I think you're gonna do a great job of it.
Well, I think also like with content, there's so much people pretending like they're having fun.
Yes.
And people just like pretending that parts of their life are the important parts or that like trying to craft a narrative out of, I don't like to lie in any way like that.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want, I picture, even though this is like maybe highfalutin and stupid, I like to think about internet content as an extension of like documentary, even though before you comment, that's stupid. By the way, I see your finger on the trigger. I see it. I see it.
That was close.
Not like that it has to be as serious as a documentary, but
Yeah.
just that like I don't want to ever lie about stuff in that way.
Right.
Like doing a brand deal with my baby feels weird to me at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe down the line I'll be like, hey, you know, he loves trucks and whatever.
Or also, if you're like, these diapers are actually good because I've put them on
No.
my baby's butt a billion times.
I'm happy to say.
I was gonna
and
say,
have,
it's
because
like those
yeah.
are brand deals I think that are
Happy to
actually
do that.
so great.
Can
Oh my
we do
gosh.
a brand deal with your baby?
I'm 100%.
Okay, got it.
perfect.
He
Yeah.
is for sale.
Yeah,
To be
yeah.
clear.
So it's just you won't do
Rental
it.
by the hour.
I won't do it. No, but like, yeah, I'm happy to say a diaper or whatever, but I don't want to like put him front and center in
Yes.
something because he didn't, you know, I don't know. Unless he wants to be an influencer.
I'm thinking just like baby as a service.
Yeah.
Bass.
Rental baby.
RAB.
RAB.
Rent a baby.
RAC. Rent a car? What's
No.
RAC?
RAC.
RAC.
Isn't there a service? Rent a car. I don't know. Cut it.
Rack City.
Rack City.
How old's your kid?
He's 10 months.
So he's, almost out of the house anyway.
Yeah, he's about to go to college.
Yeah.
That's
we
perfect.
baby
You're
boarding
doing
school.
college.
I know.
Oh.
You're doing what?
We're doing baby boarding school. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, what? Honestly, in LA, anything's possible. I was like, wow, tell us about baby boarding school. What does that mean?
When do kids actually start real school?
I don't know.
Okay. Check.
3?
Yeah, I think 3 to 4, right?
3 is preschool. He's in daycare a couple days a week now.
He's 10 months. What does he do? Just
10
like,
months. Oh, he parties, dude.
Okay.
He's crawling so crazy.
When do they start crawling?
It depends. I think is the most convenient answer.
Okay.
Jeremy and I know nothing about babies. Like when
Hey, by the way,
if-
let me tell you something. Neither do I. Neither do I.
So having one doesn't help.
No.
Okay.
And in fact, I would say that it's changed. Me and my wife always talk about this. I think it's changed. It's given me love. Like I have so much more love in my life because of this little cute thing. But I don't think that it has made me wiser in any way.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't think it's changed my wants.
The wisdom comes later, I'm sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, like it's changed. Like, and maybe it's changed my wants in that, like, I want to spend time with him and be sweet with him.
Yeah.
But it has not changed the fact that, like, I don't know. Me and my wife are very social. We like to like go see people. We like to like
Right.
have people over, whatever. Like those things are still the same. You just do those things slightly less because you have to care for a little guy.
right, he's got like a bedtime and stuff.
Yeah, he goes to bed.
Yeah, he does
sleep.
slumber.
He does slumber.
He does slumber.
Well, he has night terrors, so he screams. No, I'm
Got
just
it.
kidding. He does.
I would
That'd
look
be
at
just
an aura
scary.
on him just to see.
Yeah,
How
you
many
should.
hours?
Except
How many
for
hours that he's
that-
getting?
Ooh, Oring on the baby.
Yeah, that's an opportunity. In fact, cut this because that's
He's
my
gonna-
new business.
he's gonna choke.
Can you imagine just how much of a helicopter mom you'd be every night when the score went just up 1 or 2 or went down 1 or
Like,
2?
what's wrong?
Oh,
Something's
that's
different.
yeah, no, because there's a that you can get little monitors for
Right.
them, especially when they're young. And I was like, we can't be doing that.
No.
I will not sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I will be looking at his heart rate the whole night.
Oh,
So next to my side of the bed, Jeremy has. So not only do we have 360 cameras on the ceilings of the dog's crates.
I've seen that.
So
You
yeah,
showed
I've
me last time
showed
I
you
was
pup
here.
cams. I've showed you pup cams. And so then next to my side of the bed, we had this extra monitor that we didn't end up using on like one of the security
no, I
cameras.
was going to use it. I just had it there temporarily.
So we had an extra monitor that we didn't need. So
I ordered a new one.
I absorbed it onto my side of the bed, and it flips every 5 seconds between the cameras in the dog.
That's so crazy.
And she just, at night, is just staring directly into
You're just
it.
peeping.
I'm just peeping.
You're peeping it.
They're just so cute.
I
They're
get
so
it.
sweet. But no, this is prepping for some unhinged behavior, I think, when we eventually have a child.
Sure. Yeah. There's a
No.
lot of monitor looking.
I'm
for me, at
actually
least.
like pretty. I don't like to know things that I'm not supposed to know, and like I will make it very I'll make it nearly impossible for me to find out things. Like I would not want to like.
But I feel like it's a safety thing.
Yeah.
Okay, when they're 10 months, yeah, but after like 3 or 4, the last thing I want to know is what's going on in that bedroom.
I'll say that 3 or 4.
Yeah, what, fucking throwing parties? Like doing
Maybe.
drugs? Like what's
Taking a big
happening?
shit, doing a rail.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is at age 4, if they're able to deceive us beyond that door, whatever.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I will say that there was one point when I had to, there's a thing called a snoo, and it's basically
The
a crib.
snoo,
You like
yes.
strap your baby Hannibal Lecter style into
Yes.
a crib with a motor.
Right.
And it like rocks them and makes nest sounds and stuff. And there was one night, like first week we had the baby, and the baby was Hannibal Lecter style, locked up. It can't move. There's no
Yeah. Straight
way.
jacket.
The straight jacket, straight up.
Yep.
Baby's locked in, right?
My nightmare.
There's no way for the baby to move, to roll over, to whatever. Baby's asleep. Baby's not crying. And we were up so awake. And I had to be like, hey, just so you know, if he dies, it will categorically not be our fault right now. Right. There is nothing we can do
Yeah.
right now. We have to go to sleep.
Must sleep.
Like we're gonna kill ourselves
you-
by not being
You bought
asleep.
this device so that you could sleep.
Yes, he's asleep. He's
Yeah.
not crying. He's fine. He's laying right
chill.
there.
Yeah,
He can't
he's so
move.
happy.
He's so happy. We have to sleep.
Like it would ruin a $1 billion business.
Yeah.
If this were to not work.
yes, and we kept waking up and just like looking at him and being like, there's nothing. He's asleep.
Wait,
He's,
question.
Oh, wait, I've heard the snoo is so incredible that there's like specific routines to wean babies off of the snoo because they love sleeping in the snoo so much. So much to the point that I'm like, am I missing out on something?
I was wondering about a
Strap
human
me in
snoo.
the snoo.
Yeah, no, I've thought about this.
So
I think,
Yes.
the baby's not a human.
that's interesting. Well, he starts as a little lizard
Okay, yeah.
because I'm a human.
And your wife's the lizard.
Yeah, she's the lizard.
Okay, got it.
No,
Clip that.
a human snoo would be really interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
Once again, still a human.
Sorry, I am revealing that I am sort of Mark
reptilian.
Zuckerberg style robot.
Got it. Got it.
That's
But no, I've heard the snoo is incredible, and I'm so glad that you got to log a few extra hours. But I'm the same way. Even like if everything is fine, I'll like wake up and be like, and I'll look at the dog monitor.
I'm still trying to figure out, when does the baby leave your room?
it depends. People do it different ways. We, I don't know. He was like
Miles, depends.
honestly, because that's the whole thing. Like we just did it. Also, that's another thing. I don't know how to parent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
First time.
So
The way that Jamie and I have like, we're just like, yeah, baby,
No, yeah.
it's crazy.
No, it's like we just like we read books or whatever, but I don't know.
my thoughts are we'll get the mistakes out on the first one
Yeah.
and then not have a second one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
We are both only children as well too, so we're very much like
You'd like
one.
the child to be, yeah,
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sitting,
just one.
sitting alone.
What's
Yeah.
like the most unexpected thing about having a baby?
Unexpected?
Yeah.
Just the time. Takes a lot of time. Just takes a lot of time to have a baby.
That feels pretty expected. What was like the craziest thing?
The craziest thing.
What was like the craziest thing?
Fucking. I feel like you want me to feel like
yeah.
the fucking drugs that I took.
The partying with baby now is crazy.
If you don't have a real story, you can just make one up.
No, but like,
Oh, here's
what
the
was
go.
like the
Let's
most
cut this
funnest?
in. We'll just cut it in right here.
Yeah.
Actually, it was wild. No, the craziest thing. I mean,
just like almost
it is crazy.
unexpected.
It's sleep. You don't sleep at all, and it's endless. You wake up, and then it's like the crazy thing. Also, is that when he was born, I was like, I like you a lot. I like this baby.
Oh, like you like
That was weird.
imprinted like
Yeah, it was
like
weird.
in Twilight.
No, it was very weird to be
Yeah.
like, oh,
What?
I love this baby a lot, and I don't really have, and that doesn't happen for everyone, by the way.
Yes,
I
yes,
think
yes,
that's
yes.
some people are like, it took you a couple of years to warm up, and
Yeah.
that's fine too. But for me, it was very weird to be like, you look like me, and I would like to protect.
And right. Like you had like the paternal instinct of being like, I love this little ball of.
See,
Yeah.
I think my mom took her love for me back. She loved me instantly.
And then she said, let's
And
dial
then
that
age
back.
7 or 8 was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know what?
yeah.
Actually, I'm taking it back.
You know how like some girls start with like in relationships and are like, you get 0% trust and you work your way up, or like some girls are the opposite.
Yeah.
I think your mom was like, you get 100% love, and then as you like are bad in your behavior, we just
keep cutting them.
we just take it
Yeah.
down.
And I'm waiting for it to go back to where it was.
Where it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, you're gonna see her tomorrow, and Jeremy's got a new sister named Sophie, who is a cockadoodle poo dog,
Cockadoodle.
isn't it?
Well, cockadoodle's what it. Oh, that's what a chicken makes. That's what a chicken
that
makes.
a
You're
bird?
I think a
confused.
cockadoodle is
Cockapoo, I
a
think.
cockapoo.
You know,
I'm thinking of a doodle of like a doodle dog, like
Yes.
yeah.
A
This
cockadoodle is the sound a chicken make.
Yes, I think a cockadoodle is that a bird?
No.
Or are we
Nope,
just thinking
it is
literal
just the sound that a chicken
cockadoodle?
makes. Sorry, to be fair, again, it's the sound a chicken make. You're confused.
we're getting close to having to categorize our podcast.
Cockadoodle is a sound a chicken makes.
Cockatoo, is that a bird?
Yeah,
Cockatoo.
that's a cockatiel and a cockatoo. I think are both birds.
Cockatiel?
I had a cockatiel growing up,
Get the fuck out of
Whoa.
and it was a yellow bird named Boopa. It got brain damage.
Maybe we shouldn't have
No,
kids.
we got
here.
it. So
It got brain damage?
I sometimes think that I grew up on a. There we go.
shit.
There's a cockatiel. Put it on the monitor.
Wow, great. It kind of looks like Jeremy's hair, actually.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I agree. By the way, I do sometimes think I grew up on some sort of forbidden ground because we had all sorts of pets die of horrible reasons.
Oh.
I'm like scared to ask, but now I can't not know.
Well, the cockatiel that we had was
Yeah.
named Boopa, B-U-P-A.
Okay, Boopa.
And Boopa,
Short for brain damage?
well, eventually. It wasn't at first. But Boopa flew into a ceiling fan one too many times. First time, totally fine. Second time was okay. It was probably the 15th
You're
time.
telling me with that fucking hair that he
Yeah.
has,
No,
he couldn't
yeah.
feel the...
So Boopa would be in his little cage, his little bird cage inside of our house, and he would go onto his little perch and he would sit there normally, everything's fine, put his wings out and go. And it was like Boopa's lights went out.
Just free fall.
But free fall down to the bottom, hits the bottom of the cage, and then Boopa would wake up, climb back up to right where he was and pretend nothing happened. And that would happen 3 times a day.
Oh, and then how many years did Boopa live? Because I know some birds live forever.
Years. Like
Yeah.
it was probably like
Yeah.
3 years more of that.
Right,
When I
right,
tell
right,
you
right.
that his life expectancy was not altered 1%.
Right.
No,
Exactly.
no, he was
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. But
Oh,
then
Boopa
he
sounds like he lived a great life.
did. But it was just sometimes every once in a while his lights would go out.
On
Yeah.
Boopa's note, we have callers. I know it.
I want to hear one more morbid animal story.
Okay. Well, I've told this story in a couple different platforms, but I had a horse that was struck by lightning.
What? Miles, how is this not the opening line to you being here today? How is this not the first thing that you've been telling us?
Well, okay. So my, this was in the summer. I was probably like 7 or 8 and my brother was, I guess, like around 12. And my father was in Mongolia riding horses with the reindeer people.
As one does.
My father.
Do you know how unhinged that sentence sounds?
No follow-up questions
I'm aware that that's all bad shit.
I wish you had said that. We had this.
I'm aware that that's a weird thing to say. My father was a teacher and elementary school teacher, and he had filed this grant that was like, do anything in the world that you think is like incredible, and then the government will give you money to go do it, and you come back, you teach your kids.
No wonder our government is broke.
I know, exactly.
Like, hey, you go play
They're
some
like,
reindeers.
Hey, go.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe it wasn't the government. It was like some other grant.
Anyway.
he goes to Mongolia. He's riding horses with this Mongolian group of people who breed albino reindeer. He's gone, right? So it's my mom and my brother and me. We're in, and we had 2 horses, Chance and Flowers. And yes, I know what you're thinking. And it was not Chance that got struck.
Okay. It was Flowers.
I'm so disappointed, to be honest. It had to have been Chance. It had to have been Chance.
That would have been the day their name switched for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. It should have been. And so in the there's this giant thunderstorm. My mom's out there. She's trying to wrangle the horses. And me and my brother are inside. And lightning struck a tree, went down the tree, up the root, and killed the horse. And
Killed the horse.
killed
The
him
metal
immediately.
shoes, right?
Yeah, metal shoes. And also was standing on the root.
Conductivity.
Yeah, connectivity.
But if they had like rubber shoes,
That's a good point.
would have been fine.
We should call someone about that.
Well,
I swear to God, if you guys put me with this talk of horses back on horse hoof trimming talk,
All on horse hoof trimming.
I'll be so
but
pissed.
listen, anyone who's got shit to say, when's the last time you used Elmer's? That's what I thought.
Let's
Horses.
take a commercial break.
Let's take it.
A word from our sponsor, Elmer's.
Listeners, it is the holiday season and we want to talk to you about Etsy. If you are like me, you are on a mission to find handcrafted, affordable gifts made by independent sellers. I am so excited about Etsy sponsoring the show because I am a longtime Etsy fan, an Etsy fangirl, an Etsy longtime shopper.
An Etsy lifer.
An Etsy lifer, truly. I am absolutely obsessed with things that you can find on Etsy. Recently, I bought 2 more prints for my wall decor collection in my office. I uncovered 3 rare Spuds MacKenzie dead stock vintage bull terrier items.
Don't forget my 3D printed rack mount holders.
Your 3D printed rack. I literally don't even know what you're saying, but also my 3D energy drink specific cup.
Yep.
Cup holder insert that goes into my Tesla. Etsy is truly the best place to do your holiday shopping this year. The unique and personalized gifts you can get will make you the best gift giver this holiday season. Last Christmas, we did custom dog ornaments for Donna and Gail, and they were a hit.
Etsy offers an extensive range of items catering to all budgets and gift-giving needs. Whether you're searching for custom kitchen pieces like cutting boards or serveware for the chef in your life, or linens and throw pillows for your favorite holiday hosts, Etsy has it. Finding a personal and special gift for the people important to you has been made a lot easier with Etsy.
So when you are searching for the perfect gifts this holiday season, make sure to check out Etsy. New to Etsy, use the code HOLIDAY10 for 10% off your first purchase. That's code HOLIDAY10. Maximum discount value of $50 expires December 31st, 2003. See terms at etsy.com/terms. For handcrafted and affordable gifts for everyone on your list, Etsy has it. Shop etsy.com.
We love our next sponsor, Shopify. Ever think about what makes selling online not just easy, but almost like magic? Let's talk Shopify. It's the powerhouse behind those, hey, I've made it moments in business. Selling with Shopify, it's like having a secret weapon for your business. Shopify isn't just a platform. It's like your business's fairy godmother. From launching your online store to opening your first brick and mortar store, all the way to celebrating your millionth order, Shopify's got your back at every stage.
Got products to sell? Doesn't matter if it's handcrafted jewelry or the latest tech gadgets. Shopify's platform lets you sell them everywhere. It's a Swiss Army knife for online selling, sleek, efficient, and sharp. And can we talk about Shopify's checkout process? It's like the express lane in a supermarket, but better. Statistically, it's 36% more effective at converting browsers into buyers compared to other platforms.
Then there's the Shopify Magic. It's your AI-powered MVP, working behind the scenes, making sure you're selling smarter, not harder. What I love about Shopify is its adaptability. As your business grows, Shopify evolves with you, providing the tools and support you need to keep scaling up. Shopify is not just in the e-commerce game, they're dominating it. They power 10% of all e-commerce in the US and are the backbone for brands like Allbirds and Rothy's, not to mention millions of ambitious entrepreneurs globally.
And if you ever get stuck, Shopify's award-winning support is like having a lifeline to e-commerce experts. They're there to help you navigate and succeed. So if you're looking to elevate your business from garage startup to global sensation, Shopify is the way to go. Because when it comes to growth, the pros go with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/WT9, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/WT9 now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/WT9. Okay, so on Perfect Person, you have live callers.
I
and
do.
so we have had the Wild Til 9 hotline forever. We've just had people sending us voice notes and we react to it live. So in celebration of Miles being here,
Happy to be here.
Our very first time having live callers had to be with you, Miles.
This could go so poorly.
This could go so poorly, and you're going to hear
great.
for every step of the way.
Yeah.
We posted them from the Wild Til 9 account, and we were like, we're taking live callers this time.
Yeah.
The amount of DMs that I personally, not even on the Wild Til 9 account, got being like Miles better be getting a check right now.
No way, that's
or
so
like,
funny.
if this is not with Miles, I'm gonna riot. Like your Miles Nation has your back.
I want to thank everybody
Miles
for riding
Nation.
so hard for
Miles
me.
Nation.
That's right, Miles Nation. That's what they call them. Well, thanks, Miles Nation, for riding so hard for me. Although I think if that's true, I have to give money to people who started the radio. I'm sort of taking
Mr. Radio.
Yeah, I'm kind of taking an original radio format. I had a couple of people be like, I've never heard of a podcast that does that for us. Like, have you ever listened to the radio?
You're like, so
And they're like, sir, I'm 16. No, I have not.
Exactly.
So before the internet, they had a thing called XM. Before XM, FM. Before
That's
FM, AM.
That's right.
Before that, who fucking knows?
Yeah. But my
Okay.
dad would tell me stories sometimes about being like, I was driving. My dad was a hitchhiker. There's a lot of stories about my dad.
Okay.
But he would call in, there was call-in shows in the middle of the night for truckers. And there was truckers would call as they were driving through, and they would just be like, hey, I'm headed here and whatever. And he was like, in the middle of the night, if you were driving, you could just listen to these people talk to each other. And it was so fascinating. I was like, that's really cool.
Was
The
this
OG
ham,
podcast.
Was this ham radio or FM?
I guess FM, but maybe ham.
Okay. Ham.
Ham.
What are you saying?
Ham radio?
What's ham radio?
Do you know what fucking Tube Girl is, but not ham radio?
When you think of ham radio, I'm like, oh, the pig from Toy Story has his own radio
That's
channel.
right. Ham.
Ham.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's take our first caller. Here we go. Oh man,
Do we have any
Miles,
context?
This is
Sorry,
crazy.
Sarah. Do we
This
just-
is this. I
do we
don't
just
even
go
know.
in?
What do we do? What do we do? I don't
Yeah,
even know.
what's going to go on?
So we asked people to give us their craziest relationship story or craziest thing that they've done in a relationship. So it's more of a tea time, story time, less of an advice.
I'm so glad that this is not. They're not asking for solicited advice. I'm so glad that we can just be like, wow, that's crazy.
No, that's the advice every time is, whoa, that's nuts. That's wild.
Okay.
Love it.
She is in here.
She's a ghost.
Hiya.
Oh, she can hear us. Great. Okay.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going, Alicia?
Hi, Alicia.
I'm going Alicia.
Alicia. That's
Yeah.
the way more bougie name to say.
Yeah.
That's the preference, to be honest. Hello, welcome to our first ever live Wild Til 9 hotline. You have Jeremy and I, Lauren, and also Miles Bonsignore, who is of the Perfect Person and Tripod.
That's absolutely right. Alicia, can you hear us?
Yeah. Can hear ya.
Okay, amazing. Oh my God, where are you from?
UK.
The UK. I love it. Okay, so we are so excited.
midnight there?
I'm like, wait, hang on, time. No, plus 8 hours. So yeah, it's
Yeah, midnight.
Yeah, it's midnight.
Yeah.
oh my
Oh
God.
my.
I feel like I love a good midnight chat.
A little
I love that for you.
TT, a
Yeah,
little
Wild
exactly.
after 9.
Wild after 9.
Wild.
Well, it has to be
literally.
after 9.
Right,
Yeah, it has to
obviously.
be after 9.
Really good.
Okay, we're so excited to hear what your story has to share.
Right, so I feel like I need to preference that I'm really sorry if you like tomato pasta because I can now not look at it the same again.
Why's that?
Right, so basically, a few years ago, my auntie told me a story about how when she found out that a boyfriend was cheating on her for years, and he used to demand that every time he got home from work, she would make him tea. So basically, she found out that he was cheating on her, so she cooked tomato pasta, but she soaked her period knickers in the pasta sauce and then fed it to him.
My God.
Wait, this is your grandmother?
No, my auntie.
Your aunt?
That is so fucking foul. Jesus, Alicia.
Oh my, did the ex ever find out?
Yeah, so she told him before saying, look, I knew that you cheated on me.
What's the timeline of the cheating to the period-soaked pasta meal and then him finding out? What's the timeline there?
Oh, so she found out you cheated, and then that night she cooked him that for tea.
Oh, she wasted
And
no
then-
time.
Oh yeah, no time.
No time.
Okay,
at all.
by the way, she wanted to do this before. This was like an idea she had.
Because
She
you
had
wouldn't have had
stewing.
time to like crowdsource info from the girls.
No,
in
no,
one
no,
day.
no.
That no
She's
one's
like-
got. Yeah, that idea's been on ice.
Oh no, it was pure rage and no thinking at all. I feel like it just there was no filter.
So, and did we get a read for what the response was?
Yeah, what did
Yeah.
he do?
So he was throwing up for 2 days.
The craziest part though is that I feel like it's the mental of it. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah,
probably even
right.
necessarily the physical. It's
No, of
the
course
mental.
not. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely. Like he probably didn't even feel ill from
Right.
the actual thing.
No,
He
yeah.
just the thought of it.
But
Like,
also, what do you
oh,
tell your
no.
friends? Why are you sick? What's wrong?
So interesting that you asked.
yeah.
That's so crazy. Wow, that is incredibly wild.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
is
most
so.
unhinged, vile.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Look, I guess he had it coming.
I was gonna say,
he
I feel-
had it coming.
He had it coming.
I don't feel bad for him whatsoever.
No, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I feel like now that if anyone knows his story, they don't even think about the cheating. They just think about that part.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
You're
No,
that's
not
a good
wrong.
what
point.
your aunt did was what so many women wish that they had thought of.
Yes.
Before it was too late to be able to do it.
And I gotta ask because this is, has your aunt done anything like this? Like this can't
Great
be an
question.
isolated incident, right? Yeah.
No, honestly, the only time she's ever done anything.
Oh my God.
She just lives a quiet life now.
Like she's a librarian, volunteers at, at the soup kitchen, does all these things, but then like you cross her the wrong way. That's it.
Did she end up finding
Yeah.
love with someone who didn't cheat on her?
Yeah, she isn't happy now.
Okay, good.
in
I was
such
waiting
a
for that
good
answer to be like,
relationship.
nope,
No.
never did.
And you know what? I feel like the new boyfriend should know about this story so
Oh,
that
yeah.
he knows what's coming if he fucks up.
yeah, that's a good point. This is a
That
cautionary
would
tale.
fix cheating immediately. In
For
any way.
everyone. Is this how we solve world cheating?
Period solves Snickers?
Yeah, we just solved it.
Yeah.
We solved world
Well,
cheating.
this was somehow vile and entertaining all at the same time.
Yeah, but now try and eat tomato pasta because I can't look at it the same way.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Well-
well, you know what? We will think of you.
No, hold on.
we
No,
won't be.
no.
We'll
I'm
be
gonna-
thinking about that.
Respectfully,
sauce.
I'm going to block this out for
Yeah.
the remainder of my life.
I'm making a mental note in case any of my friends get cheated on.
Yeah, poison. we
Make
got poison.
one more meal. One more.
One more meal.
Honestly,
One more
I
meal.
don't- the forethought to be like, I'm making a meal and then I'm going to see you and watch you eat it when I have this dirt on you.
Right.
I don't have that type of meditation.
No.
No.
I don't think anywhere near as deep as that.
No, I can't hold anything in.
No.
If I think anything, I
I
have
just
to
like to
say
do
it.
action. Same day, found out. You know what?
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
I love this. Anyway, Alicia, thank you so
Thank you.
much for sharing and calling in. That
Okay.
was wow for our first ever Wild Til hotline. That the bar is set high now.
Wow,
oh my
thank you so
God.
much, Elisa.
We will
Thank you
always
so
remember
much.
you and your story when we think about our hotline.
When I have my pasta.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God. That is so disgusting. I don't think I'll ever be able to think about anything else.
I mean, I feel like that's like a television show level, like a fiction writer came
I
up with that idea.
respect it.
You respect it?
I respect it.
Can you
Look,
think about like the
it's-
collection process for that too?
I don't think there's a collection process. I think that I'm not entirely sure what you think happens during periods, but
Hey, Jeremy, why don't you just go ahead
Oh,
and say what you think happens?
So what happens is,
Yeah, please.
yeah, please go ahead.
when a man and woman love each other,
Yeah.
they have a baby.
Nope. But yeah, it sounds like also like a a bubble, toil and trouble. It was the whole knickers, is what she said.
That's what she said.
And so she was kind of,
And
Yeah, you're so right. The
and
process of that
just a little bit of English to English translation. That's just underwear, right?
yeah. And I like what you asked. But
Yeah.
yes, I think
Yeah.
it is just undies.
That's London for underwear.
That's London for underwear,
it's
London for
London-
Subway.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. They'd have their own little language over there.
They really do.
If only the English would figure out what English is.
In a lot of ways, it's the original language.
It is the original English. I know. Jeremy and I
guys-
get into this all the time because like we are obviously like ex-British, and
Yeah.
so the Canadian
Who's we?
spelling we is a Canadian.
Okay.
Miles, you're half on this side. Get
That's
over here.
right.
Get
That's
over
what
here.
that
So you'd
sounds
be a
really
quarter
right.
on this side.
Quarter on this side.
Just a little bit.
Get over
Canadian.
here. Is we like spell all of our stuff the same as the Brits, and
Yeah.
Congrats.
America, you are
Wow.
on your own with a lot of
You
things.
We
still,
are.
still measure height in inches
Yeah, I do.
and dicks.
Canada's?
I don't know how tall I am in centimeters. My license was centimeters, but I think I was like 152 centimeters.
How many
something.
stone are you?
Oh fuck, I don't know. That one didn't make it to Canada.
Oh, yeah, stone.
Yeah.
That
What's
one-
that?
that
It's
one
like
didn't make it
pound.
to-
A stone is really
You guys
like
know
No,
what
this one
stone
is a
is?
lot.
Is it a lot?
I think so, right?
It's like a ton.
It's like a bushel?
I don't know.
It's like a big
Jesus
handful.
Christ.
I don't fucking know.
Let's go to the next color.
This is fun. This is way better than recordings.
Okay, this girl's name is Alexis.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
I feel like there's no other way to pronounce
It's
that
a
one.
lessus.
Yeah, right.
Hey Alexis, welcome to the Wild Til 9 Hotline Live.
This is insane. All right. Well, my name's Alexis. I am 22 years old. This is my boyfriend, Nate. He's also obviously a part of the story today. He's 19.
Clemson
Clemson fan.
name.
Clemson fan, I see.
Howdy.
What's going on?
So, yes, I am a cougar. I'll never hear the end of that one. But yeah, so we kind of have an unhinged story about an ex-girlfriend. It's a little crazy.
Wow.
So, yeah. All right. I guess I'll just dive right into it. So basically, the beginning of our relationship, you know, I was begging for him to do a hard launch on Instagram, right? I just wanted him to post me. I wanted everybody to see his hot new older girlfriend, right?
I wasn't going to say anything, but
We ended up finally taking Instagram worthy pictures, and he was like, I don't really know if I want to do it, but he would never tell me why until he eventually posted me on Instagram, and immediately, not even 5 minutes later, I get a follow from a girl who I already knew who she was, but I was going to act like I didn't know who she was, which happened to be his ex-girlfriend. So we're going to call her Lindsay just for safety purposes. It's a long story.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So Lindsay ended up following me, and I noticed she looked at my Instagram story, which I get it. Like I stalk around.
Quick
I
little peek. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, exactly. So she ended up looking at it, and I brought it up to him, and he eventually said, well, yeah, that's my ex-girlfriend. I kind of knew this was going to happen. She's crazy, which you usually hear boyfriends say, well, my ex-girlfriend's crazy all the time. Like, I think I've heard it in every relationship that I've been in. So it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. So fast forward about 24 hours later, she ended up unfollowing me. But I noticed every time I had posted something on my Instagram story, she was viewing it. So I was like, all right, this is getting a little bold. So I'm going to take some screenshots of it because, I don't know what she's
Receipts.
You gotta have the
you gotta have
receipts,
them.
yeah.
You gotta have
40
them.
to 50 pictures of receipts of her. So
what girl doesn't have a creep account? Like dedicated for
that's
creeping?
what I'm saying. Usually you'd have a burner account.
Right.
or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Come on, be
Oh.
smarter, Lindsay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lindsay.
She was very bold on that. So kind of fast forwarding, one day we were pre-gaming in my dorm room as usual. And my friends were like, hey, does this Lindsay girl sound familiar to you? And at the time, Nate was in my room, and I was like, oh my God, why? Yes. She was viewing their TikTok profiles. So I was like, all right, now she's looking at my friends. A little weird, but whatever. I was like, take screenshots and send them to me so I have the proof. Because again, receipts, right? So maybe a couple days later, my friend was like, she's still looking at my TikTok profile, so I'm going to request to follow her. And her accounts were very they only had 20 followers, less than 20 followers. She didn't have very many, which was, it's interesting. I feel like most TikTok profiles are public and everybody looks at what you post, but hers were not. So I was like, all right, you can try, but I highly doubt she's going to accept your request because if I was her, I would have never done that, especially after seeing what I found.
The cliffhanger.
Eventually, she had accepted her friend request. My friend's name is Emma, so Emma was now on her TikTok, and her face just dropped. I was like, because we were FaceTiming at the time, so she accepted it maybe a day later. And I was like, what's going on? My heart, I was like, no way, I just saw it. So she had taken my Visco pictures, which is
What?
interesting. and taking screenshots of all my Instagram stories and posting them to her TikTok account, making fun of me. And the icing on the cake is, on top of like body shaming me, making fun of me, whatever, the worst part is she had taken a picture of me and Nate kissing one night and captioned it, "That's mine, can I have it back?" And I was like, what the actual hell? Like, what is this? Yes.
To be fair,
so,
he told you she was crazy.
I was like,
Yeah, wow.
At the time, they were still friends. I let it be because whatever. Me personally, I don't want to talk to my exes, but it's like, whatever. I looked at him. I said, you're going to block her on everything. You're going to follow her. Like, no contact. This is absolutely insane.
Well, she keep in mind that she said that, but she's the one that broke up with me and wanted to end things with me.
Yes, because she was freshly 21 and she wanted to go out and have her thing, which honestly, thank you for breaking up with him. This is the best relationship I've ever been in. So that's fine. But so fast forward to what, maybe like a week later, I noticed still a little bit of stalking on my friend's side. So I had posted something on TikTok about somebody bullying and harassing me because they're jealous of my relationship, which then led to her commenting on it. I'll pull up the picture so I make sure I have the right comment.
Oh my God.
That's still there, I see.
She had said, if I wanted something, I would have it. This is my world and you're just living in it. I love all my fans though. You should be saying thank you, sit down, bark, woof, woof.
Bark, woof, woof?
Bark,
oh
woof,
my
woof.
God.
Yeah, wow.
I have no idea what that means, but hey, whatever. So I was like, oh, this is my time to shine. So immediately when I saw it, I hit duet because I knew she wouldn't fall through with it. And I basically explained to everybody that she was body shaming me. She ended up calling my friends fat too for sticking up for me. So she was body shaming them. She was posting pictures of me, posting pictures of us, like being very unhinged, on top of the fact that on his birthday in May. So this was back in like the last semester of my college. I just graduated in August.
Congrats.
So this was about like May of 2023 this year. So on his birthday, we actually were going to move out of his dorm because we were going home in Florida to visit my parents. He was going to meet my parents for the first time. So I was like, all right, this is my time. I can meet your parents. And we were driving and he just kept getting all these phone calls from an anonymous number. And I could tell there was something wrong, but he wouldn't tell me. I was like, who's calling you like that? He's like, oh, I don't know. I was like, well, just give it to me.
Oh,
so
no.
I answered it. Sure enough, it was Lindsay. Shocker. And I was like, hello. And I made sure it was her just because I've never heard of her or heard her voice or anything. Because I'm also from a complete different state from them. So she has like zero idea who I am because we met through college. And she was like, give the phone to Nathan. I just want to tell my best friend happy birthday. Like, you're sad. He's my first love and I'm his first love, blah, blah, blah. And I just looked at her. I just said to her, you guys aren't friends. You're not dating him anymore. He doesn't want you to tell him happy birthday. Goodbye. And I ended the phone call. And sure enough, she left a voicemail about, he's my first love, blah, blah, blah. I'm so important to him. And I was like, whatever. So she ended up calling him at least 20 more times after that. So anyways, that was also included in my TikTok that I posted of every single receipt I had of her. And the comments were just going crazy. I had maybe like 700,000 views on it.
I was going to say, this feels like viral TikTok content. Yeah, this had to go viral.
Yes. Well, people ended up finding out that she was a cosmetologist and where she worked. So people were then also complaining to her hair salon because, like, who would want to go get their hair done to somebody who's body shaming all these females and
this
doing
awful woman? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like me personally, I wouldn't want to sit down in a salon chair and have her do my hair, but whatever. So it ended up blowing up, and then the next day it kind of blew up overnight. So I woke up. I just had like anxiety. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't think anything of it until I looked at my phone and I was like, oh my God, like my TikTok is going insane right now. And her friend commented something about you won't be laughing when she sues you or something along those lines.
Sues you?
And yes. She was going to sue me for defamation, which I'll get into later. So Nate ended up calling me and he was like, hey, you won't believe it. The cops called me about the video. And I was like, well, why are they calling you? Because I'm the one who posted it. So I was like, can you give me the number, whoever it was, so I can call him and sort things out. So I ended up calling them. And ironically, before I even like said who Lindsay's name was, they already had done cases with her before. They already knew who she was. So they already had an idea of like what was kind of going to happen.
Oh
yes,
my.
that's how insane this was. Also, we don't know why Nate ever dated Lindsay.
I was going to say, my guy.
Nate.
We have to work on
it.
your selection process.
We got to hear from
It's
Nate.
a very good learning opportunity.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh my God.
Nate, so hang on. How long ago did you date Lindsay?
I'd say we started dating, I think like November, December of 2021. And then we broke up about a year later. It's like December of 2020.
A long time ago.
Gotcha. And Nate, have you told Lindsay to cut it out?
Oh yeah. One time she was actually leaving my house.
We'll get it. And this is later. This is an important.
I can't believe there's
Sorry,
more.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot. So, so basically I talked to the cop and he's like, hey, you know, people are finding out where she works just for the kind of safety of her. We are going to ask you to take it down. I was like, hey, that's no problem. I get it. Like, I think she knows what happened and that she was in the wrong. Spoiler alert. She didn't know she was in the wrong. And
yeah.
Of
so
course.
I was like, yeah, whatever. And I went on with my day until my manager had called me and she was like, hey, just so you know, Lindsay called us and said that she's going to hire a lawyer and try to sue you. I was like, I don't even think she can do that. I graduated with a degree in broadcast and journalism. I was like, you can try to sue me for defamation, but that's not going to work. That's not how it works, but that's fine. Whatever. We'll let her think that. And we kind of went on. It died down a little bit until one night Nate had spent the night at my apartment and I dropped him off because he had work in the morning. And this is my fault. I should have sat there and watched him go into his house, but like, I don't know. I was tired. I wanted to go to bed. I didn't even brush my teeth yet because we were running late. So I ended up leaving. And then this is when your question gets answered.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but she lived about 3 doors down from my house.
Oh, that's new info.
That is stuff.
Yeah, that's new. That's new.
From what I can understand is she saw Alexis and I going to my house, her dropping me off and then her leaving. And the second that she had left my road, I hear footsteps, I hear yelling. And of course that's Lindsay stomping down the road, coming to confront me about whatever. And basically she just comes up to me and just starts calling me all these names and telling me, you better get your girlfriend before I take her to court and sue her and a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, she kept calling us stalkers and harassers and all of that. So then Nate obviously ended up calling me. He's like, you won't believe what just happened. So I was like, I'm calling the cops again. So I ended up calling the cops and I was like, hey, this is what's happening. They asked if she was still on his property. At that time, obviously, I was on the phone with them, so I had no idea. But I was like, I can call and ask. I can have him call you guys. But I was like, I want a restraining order. This is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
that's what I was hoping for.
It was back and forth, but since then, nothing has really happened like dramatically, except she still had posted about me after the incident and was like, I don't know why you guys are so bothered by me. I'm living my own life, blah, 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 whatever. But yeah, that's basically our unhinged relationship story.
That has so many layers to it.
Yeah,
like
damn.
I thought of the first layer of crazy. I was like, wow, that's like out of a reality show. But like, holy shit. So did you end up going through with the restraining order or did it die down in time where you didn't have to end up?
It died down enough. So actually a famous TikToker who his name is Jolly Good Ginger. He reposts TikToks and stuff. He ended up reposting my video before I deleted it or he had saved it or something and dived down into it. So yes, it can still be found.
Good.
But obviously it was blowing up on there too. And like, I'll still get tagged in it. I'm pretty sure people still comment on it to this day. So like, that's still out there. But other than that, I don't think anything necessarily has happened. Thank the Lord. Like, she's been blocked since then.
Yeah.
I hope she had learned her lesson and I hope she has moved on in life and moved on from Nate because we're great. We're fine. So, yeah.
What I'm hearing is that Nate is that desirable.
Yeah, Nate, I'm like, are
He's
you?
a good man.
You're coveted in
Lindsay
this town.
wants to break
I'll let
the
her
law
speak
for
me.
you.
Yeah, man.
Man, honestly, when that kind of thing happens though, and people go after like the workplace in the comments, honestly, from my perspective, I'm like, if it ain't the consequences of your own motherfucking actions.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why my sister-in-law, she's like, dude, like, I'm going to email the place. She's harassing you. And like, my family knew about it, but we've never dealt with anything like this before.
Yeah, that's crazy.
that's
And
No
again,
playbook for this.
yeah, and we're young adults. We should know how to act. I was like, maybe that's something you would see in high school or whatever. But I was like, I am 22 years old. I cannot be dealing with this right now. So.
I think Lindsay needs a hobby. It
Yeah.
sounds like she's
Yeah, it
got
sounds like
way
she's
too much
bored.
like free time to just be a
Yes.
hateful
Yeah.
That's
person.
exactly.
I'm also just thinking to
Yeah,
myself,
damn.
there's not a single ex I've ever had that would fight my current girlfriend for me ever.
No.
Ever. Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
moment we
Ever.
broke up, it's like, you can fucking have him.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
enough.
That is yours.
No one is continuing to come after me.
Yeah. Your
Well, that's
man's
because I
your
don't
man.
have Nate's freaking vibe,
I
man.
get it, yeah.
Yeah.
Nate's sort of new Jack Harlow looking
Yeah.
vibe.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God. Well, I'm glad
got
that you
that.
guys are safe and chilling and thriving now. That is a wild story. It's also so crazy, just like the power of TikTok. Like when something
Yeah.
has like star quality like that, like a crazy story that people like get engaged with, that like TikTok makes that shit viral.
Yeah. Oh, TikTok loves a little tea, a little drum. And you
TikTok
certainly
loves the tea.
you gave it to them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I definitely did.
As you
and I
should.
could probably give them more if I wanted to. But
Well, if there's ever
Yeah, wow.
a new entry to the story, we want follow-ups.
Yes, please call us
oh,
back.
absolutely. I'd love to.
Well, stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe out there. What's next for you guys and Lindsay? You guys gonna go on a trip together?
Yeah.
Or?
A bonding experience, corporate ladders.
We're going to Florida to visit my parents tomorrow, actually. So she might be there for all we know.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
We'll
Gonna
be
call
waiting
her
for the
and,
follow-up answer.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope that she has a plate saved for you guys for Thanksgiving when
That's
you guys
right.
get there.
Absolutely.
Other than
Oh,
that,
yeah.
thanks for calling in. Good to meet you guys.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Nice to meet you.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
all.
Thanks for your
Yeah.
story.
Have a good one.
Ready to spice up the holiday season? DraftKings Casino is rolling out the Holidays on the House promotion, and it's no ordinary gift. We're talking a massive lineup of games, big time prizes, and promos that'll keep the thrill going all season long. DraftKings is where the festive fun's at.
Check this out, Tillies. Drop just $5 into the game and you'll instantly unlock $100 in casino credits. It's like hitting the jackpot before even playing.
Is that girl math?
That is absolutely
Is Draft-
girl math.
is
Oh,
DraftKings-
is this girl math?
Wow.
Go off.
Pop off.
Dig into all your favorite classics like slot, blackjack, and roulette, or dare to dive into some exclusive edge-of-your-seat games that you'll only find in the world of DraftKings Casino. It's not just a casino, it's a winter wonderland of wins.
Download the DraftKings Casino app and sign up with promo code WT9 and play $5 to get $100 in casino credits. That's promo code WT9 only at DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. One per opted-in new customer. $5 wager required. Max $100 in casino credit awarded, which require 1x playthrough within 7 days. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/holidays on the house. Restrictions apply. Yeah, I've never had anybody follow me.
No, I think that after my relationship's end, typically they're like, yeah, I'm done too.
Yeah.
I'm good.
That's crazy.
'Cause
Like
also,
you
like-
hear of people like making burners and like lurking their exes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's like more
you
common.
hear of that.
You hear of that.
You hear of
hear
that.
that.
That is a thing that I've heard.
never done that.
Yeah.
No, I've never made a burner account, actually. You guys have made burners?
Really?
No.
I share a burner with one of my good friends.
You share a burner?
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? You sort of both just have the login? And it's sort of an anonymous account. Is it like Pizza Dan or whatever?
How'd you?
How did I?
How did you know?
Did
Sorry,
you-
we're going to
were
have to
you-
cut that.
I'm gonna have to change my username.
It's Pizza Dan. Yeah.
Pizza
Pizza
Dan.
Dan.
Oh man.
You made a burner?
Only for like professional reasons.
You're gonna say only for porn.
only for porn. Only for porn. No, for you know how LinkedIn shows people if you look at their stuff?
Oh, so I see. That totally makes sense.
That.
Yeah, you're like Pizza Dan, and he's looking at a job posting at Google.
There's nothing. Lauren will just start clicking on people. I'm like, why?
Well, I don't use LinkedIn like that.
I was like,
and
you
so
need to chill out when you're
I didn't
on my
realize
LinkedIn.
that there
I
was
see.
strategy behind when you want someone to see that you've viewed their profile or to not
And
see.
mostly, I don't.
It's like seeing stories. It's like looking at people's stories.
Yeah.
Which I kind of forget that people, sometimes I'm embarrassed. I'm like, this person posted this 1 second ago. And I'm like,
Oh,
here
yeah,
I am.
first one there. Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Bumping on their story.
Yeah, same. I know. I'm just chronically
Can you
online.
imagine it's like they show people like, this person seems to find your content faster than everybody else.
Whoa.
It's like it shows like, oh, you've got the notifications on.
Yeah.
There was just like this recent Instagram scam going on that everyone was signing up for this like new app that would tell you who were like the top 5 people who viewed your account the most.
That can't be real.
Yes, and people are so dumb. People are so
Yeah,
dumb, and
there's
they
so
fell
many.
for it.
Yeah, but
They're
like-
like, "Ooh, I want to know who the top 5 people are who view my account."
We're
Yeah.
all old enough to remember when Snapchat used to show like who people's best friends were. So you you knew.
Oh my
who,
God.
Like you literally
Oh,
knew
I
who
do
was
remember
fucking
that.
Yes,
who.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Back in
Well,
the
also,
day.
do you remember on Instagram not too long ago, you could see what posts people
Yeah.
were liking?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? You
Yes.
can see what posts people were liking?
Yes, yes. It
yeah.
was crazy. Like that was so public, and so like people who didn't
There are
know
still
us.
some third-party tools to find that.
Because obviously on Twitter, you can see, or X or whatever, you can see.
Thank you.
Well, actually, you know what? Cut the correction.
Twitter.
On Twitter, that people get exposed because they're like liking steamy
Oh,
pics or
you
whatever.
see politicians, you go into their like things, and it's like all just porn. You're like,
Ted
so
Cruz, yeah.
doesn't quite know how to
Yeah.
use Twitter.
Yeah.
He follows 3 people. WikiFeed are 2 of them.
Perfect.
Yeah. We featured both of them. That's so weird.
Okay, we've got one last
final
caller.
caller.
Let's go.
Hey, can you hear us?
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I can.
Will you pronounce your name for us one time?
Florina.
How do you
Florina.
have better Wi-Fi in your car than any person on any work Zoom ever?
Yeah, that's unbelievable, Florina.
I am just that special.
Wait, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, Florina. Wow.
Hi, Florina. Welcome to the.
I just wanna
Oh,
say-
sorry. Go ahead.
Lauren, I have literally been watching you since I was 11 years old.
Oh my
Like,
God! Oh, it's so great to meet
I-
you.
I am so thrilled to meet you. And another thing is, I mean, I've grown up in Glendale for most of my life. How many times have I been to the Glendale Americana and not seen you? I get so upset every single time.
We do love the Americana.
Yeah, we do love the Americana.
shop.
I know.
It's like the Grove without the bullshit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's so much better.
Like 9 people just got like they were really like
Yeah.
that were related to them, and the other 100, however many people were like the Grove is the what without the what.
Yeah.
No, it's so
it's,
good.
it's bound to
I
happen.
love
I'm
it.
sure we'll run into each other eventually because I'm in Glendale literally every other week to get my lashes done even.
Just
Literally.
scream it to
To get your
Florina.
sprinkles
Oh,
done.
really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, amazing. Florina, welcome to the Wild Til Hotline live. You are our final caller. Also, your hair is amazing.
Yeah, very cool hair.
Great
Thank
hair.
you so much. I didn't realize we'd have like cameras on. So I was up really early this morning and then Shoshana texted me. She goes, "You can have your camera on." I was like, I mean, I guess.
So you've got Miles here as well too from The Perfect Person and the Tripod, and we are ready for your tea.
Howdy.
So exciting. Okay. So my name is Florina, as we mentioned earlier. My story is actually going to be my first kiss story. And it was atrocious.
Oh, no.
So this happened a year ago. I was 19 at the time, and it was with my coworker. We worked together at the Glendale Galleria.
Whoa.
So we worked in retail together. Basically, he and I were in the same like work friend group, and there were a few times where we would go out as like a group of friends. Another thing I should mention, he was 25.
Oh, well.
So
Copy that.
Got it.
Copy that. What type of place did you work? Was it a restaurant or was it a
Retail?
It was
Yeah, what kind of
retail?
industry?
Yeah.
retail. It was retail.
Okay, got it.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Cloaks.
So we had, I remember it was a big friend group. It was him, his girlfriend at the time, and then a bunch of our other friends.
Carry the
So we're doing the
And-
math.
Yeah.
Really quick.
Yeah,
We're
like
gonna do
what
the
your
math on how this gets
friends
to a
are.
kiss.
Okay, yeah.
And another thing I should mention is I got promoted just before this had happened. So I ended up being his girlfriend's boss.
Hell yeah.
Juicy.
Keep it in the
rise,
family.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Rise
Yeah.
to the top.
Yep.
Grind set.
So details straight. We ended up one night. It was Halloween weekend where he DM'd me and he goes, "Hey, how are you doing?" I was like, "I'm fine. Why are you DMing me? Why are you messaging me? We're not friends like this. What's up?" And he keeps trying to ask me dumb random questions. And I'm like, okay, what's your point here? I have work to do. I have like schoolwork to do. He goes, yeah, my girlfriend and I just broke up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I was naive. I honestly kind of still am naive. So he's telling me this. He goes, yeah, she and I just broke up. I'm just really sad right now. I could use a friend to talk to.
Oh my God. By the way, boo! Tomato! Boo!
I can't believe you fell for this.
This is crazy.
Oh my gosh, like I can be your friend for you. Like,
oh my God, he wants to be my friend.
Yeah,
That's
this
so
is
nice.
This is so nice.
Yeah, what a nice guy.
And so we ended up, we're like DMing back and forth for like a few hours into the night.
Whoa.
And he goes, you know, I'm a little tipsy right now. And I'm like, okay, fine. He says, you know, I've always thought you were attractive.
Yeah, that's right. Of course.
I mean, I thought he was attractive too. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think you're attractive too. But that's all we're going to say. Because I don't want to do this. I don't want to do any of this.
Yeah, dang, Florina, hopping on your employees.
So he and I were the same position. It was his
girlfriend,
I guess ex-girlfriend now,
yeah.
who who I was the boss of.
Oh, that's right.
So we ended up. So he was DMing me, and we DM'd back and forth for a few weeks. He had asked me if I wanted to hang out. I was like, I'm really slammed with school right now. I don't have the time. Because apparently I was setting my priorities straight. And a few weeks went by. He had asked to go to the movies. And I was like, you know what? Why not? I want to go see this movie anyways. I remember I had paid for the tickets. We went to go see the movie. And we got there a little early. He's kind of like leaning over me to talk to me. And it's like, okay, whatever. We went to exactly.
Hey,
we went to a Korean barbecue.
Do you have any popcorn?
Did you want butter?
Did you want butter on my popcorn? Oh, sorry, you have something in your teeth.
What's your Venmo?
What's your Venmo? I'll send money for the candy.
Oh gosh. We went to go get Korean barbecue after, and he goes, "Hey, do you want drinks?" I said, "You know what? Why not? Fuck it."
Fuck it, I'm 20. I'm ready to go.
I was 19.
Oh, you're 19. There you go.
I was like, I can drink. I could not drink. I still can't. But we got soju, and then he goes, you know, I know a really cool boba spot. So let's go to this boba spot. And this place was in St. Gabriel.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
And we went to St. Gabriel. We go to this boba shop, and across the street is a church. So we ended up parking in the church parking lot.
Praise be.
Yeah, praise be.
And he goes, you know, it's a little cold right now. Can we just sit and talk for a bit?
Oh, this is oh my God. This guy literally went to like kissing 101.
Yeah.
Literally.
This is crazy.
Oh my God. And the thing is, I fell for it too.
Yeah, the sad thing is it's working.
Yes, completely. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And so we're sitting in this parking lot. We're talking for like an hour by now. And he asked me, "What's your body count?" I was like,
Did he have his phone out with a voice memo and he was like, "What's your body count?" And put it towards you like a microphone?
No. He asked me my body count. I was like, dude, I don't have a body count. I haven't even had my first kiss. What are you talking about? And he goes, "You haven't had your first kiss?" I said, "No, I haven't." He says, "Why not?" I said, "Well, no one's offered," which was my fault.
Yep.
Well, no, that's not a fault. It's a choice.
Yeah, you're teeing him up.
It's a choice. He goes, "Well, can I kiss you right now?"
Well, there goes the offer.
There we go. He kissed me, and then I kissed him back, and then we start making out in his car, and I end up on top of him, and we're still making out.
0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, I love this for your first kiss.
Yeah,
This is
wow.
amazing.
My goodness.
I know, but there's more.
Oh, no.
Oh.
He starts, I'm on top of him and I'm moving, and then he starts moaning and he goes, I'm coming.
No! What? Ew! Oh my God. What?
Wait, oh my God. We have literally talked about this in the podcast before. I know someone who's this used to happen to all the time.
To me, the first kiss, having the Midas touch on the first kiss,
That is unbelievable.
you have a gift.
Oh no,
You have a gift. I mean, that's
Oh my God.
name one other person whose their first kiss has inspired an orgasm.
Also,
couldn't tell you.
when I tell you that this man probably has nightmares of this exact moment every single day of his life since this has happened, this is not atrocious for you. This is a Midas touch.
Yeah.
Why announce it?
Well,
Why announce it? Why announce it?
yeah, I would have just taken this shit to the grave.
He's
We're still
clothed.
on too, so he fully just nutted in his pants.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I would have
And
I would have taken that to the grave with me.
No, I tell no one. In fact, I go, hey, this has been really nice, but I have to drive. I have to run home.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave.
Also,
you drop
the
my
way
car
that
off.
this 180, I thought maybe like what I thought was coming next was like church security guard came and knocked on the window and scared
Well,
you
that
and you
could
got
still
kicked
happen.
out. But pants nutting, I didn't think
The pants nutting sounds like a novel. The pants nutting. Wait, sorry.
So,
more like nut butter.
So then what happened?
so,
Ew.
and then I was really confused.
Totally.
I was really confused. I was like, I mean, okay, but we haven't done like a lot. And I was just like, okay. I get off just to kind of collect myself
Oh my
and
God.
kind of process what's happening. And then I hear sniffling. And I'm like, what? I turn over
Oh.
and he's crying.
Not the post-nut cry.
Oh. Post-nut weeping for after your first kiss.
So, after my first kiss, and he knew it was my first kiss too. And,
Oh my God.
and then he's saying, he's like, man, I can't see myself with anyone besides my ex.
Oh, fuck this
Okay,
dude.
so
That
he-
is
he-
crazy.
By the way,
He comes in his pants.
right now, I can't see him with anybody
Starts
besides that
crying.
ex.
Yeah, yes.
I would agree. You know what? You're right.
You know what? Honestly, that's fair.
I see that for you too.
That's the holy trinity, though, of fucking crazy. Like, nuts in pants, weeps and sobs, and then admits his love for his ex-girlfriend. Like,
Yeah,
that
that's
is 3 for
crazy.
3 on crazy.
That is really crazy.
And so I should mention he was my ride home.
Oh, well.
So I
Silent
was
ride
sitting
home.
there, I put my shirt back on. I'm like, it's okay. It'll be okay.
What do you say to that?
And I was sitting there, I was frozen, and I was freaking out. I was like, did I do something wrong? Did I like? Because
I think you
again,
did
I've
something
never
very
been
right.
intimate with
Yeah.
anyone before.
yeah.
I've never been intimate with anyone before, so I was just like, man, like, oh my God, he's crying now. Like, what do I say?
I can't. Oh.
I haven't gone through the training book yet. I was supposed
What's the
to.
next?
So I'm
what's
sitting
the
there and
next
I'm like
chapter?
consoling him. And I'm like, it's gonna be okay. Like, you'll be fine.
This is so crazy that you have to do this.
And then it's we end up talking for another like 20 minutes, and he goes, let's go home. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, yeah, let's go home.
Definitely.
So how long
It's-
after did you have to see him at work after this?
Oh, the next day.
No.
And I was working with him and his ex.
That is so. Were you just like, hey guys, there's a special on jeans. If you came in your jeans.
I just genuinely don't like. Is it your responsibility to make sure that this story is known to her, or do you just,
No, this goes to the grave with everyone involved. Burn the car down.
or does it?
I don't know. Did you tell
I'm
her?
so cool with her on Instagram. As far as I know, she doesn't know, because if she did know, she'd be mad at me.
Oh my God.
True.
Yeah.
So we ended up, I remember he messaged me. He goes, if you don't mind, don't talk about it. And I was like, I'm not going to
I would have
talk about
responded and
this.
said, Talk about what?
Talking about what?
I'm going to need to hear you say it.
Do you mean when you came in your pants and cried?
On my first kiss?
On my first kiss?
And
Is that
then-
what you mean?
And without a moment's hesitation,
Yeah.
quoted your love for your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was weird for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel really bad for him because I'm like, that's pretty awful. But also, I'm like mad at him for taking your first kiss in this fashion.
Yes, I think that he's
Oh.
think he's a bad boy.
Here's the thing. Up until this point, I thought this was all very strategic. After hearing that, no.
He's shooting from the hip.
He's just
both. He's by the way, he's shooting from
literally
the hip.
shooting.
like
literally.
Shooting at-
there's guys that would hit the DMs on purpose. This guy's like, well, I don't have her number. DM. It's just like,
Yeah.
I think he's just whatever he's thinking about is what's happening.
No, he's live.
Yeah, he's live.
He's live.
He's live streaming.
He's live streaming. So got it. So he says, "Hey, don't tell anyone that I came in my pants." And then that's the last you see of him, except for at work where it's cordial.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretending that it like never happened, and I was going through the thought process of, oh my God, I just wasted my first kiss and I feel like shit because he wants to forget it ever happened and I never will.
Yeah.
Totally. Burned into your eyes.
Like his trauma is to like make it not exist. Your trauma is to never be able to forget.
Yeah, wow.
Exactly.
Oh, I got good news. Just your next kiss is going to be so much better.
Yeah, your next kiss is going to be great.
It's only uphill
I can say
from
unequivocally,
there.
it doesn't matter who it is. It's going to be better.
Yeah, damn.
I really hope so.
God damn, I am so sorry for that happened to you. I'm so sorry to his pants. And
I'm not sorry to his pants.
No. That is
I'm not
like
either.
this is a 25-year-old man.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
you're right. He's 25. He's not even like a teenager.
And
who
he's
like,
being like, what do you mean you've never hooked up with anybody before? Let me show you. Let me show
I'm coming.
It's like,
And
wait,
so
what?
I found out later that he had hooked up with pretty much every single girl who turned 18 afterwards.
At your
and I was just like,
yeah,
you piece of shit.
Oh, do you think he has a little bit of a
believe-
thing for like inexperienced people?
Oh, I mean, that's the only way he can sort of do his business.
yeah,
Right. So everyone's got a short shelf life.
Yeah, short shelf life. Short shelf life.
Short shelf life.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That is so horrifying. And I really am glad I heard it.
I'm so glad you were here for 2 miles.
Thank you.
You can go ahead, go to the tri team and
Yeah.
let them know.
I'll tell everyone over there what I've heard here today.
Right, we will let the
Do you
story
have
live
any
on.
advice for anybody else who was in that situation? So if anyone's watching this pod and their first kiss leads to an in-pant internal nut,
And then sob.
what would you do in hindsight? Anything different?
First of all, I really, really hope that this is a unique situation for the sake of humanity.
Right. Yeah.
Should do an all callers have this type of story episode.
Yeah.
Everyone else is nut and sob.
I can't wait to see what the other callers said.
You'd be surprised.
I think you were the only one. This was a unique story for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. Wonderful. To anyone who might also be experiencing this, it is okay.
You will stay strong.
You are not worthless, because I felt really worthless afterwards for a while. And it took me a while to be like, no, this is okay. Like, this is just
I would have
stupid.
only taken
This
the
is his
positive.
fault.
Yeah, no, this is, I
right.
think, the most like
With
like,
no practice, no trial run,
No trial run, no nothing.
only touchdowns,
That's right.
100%.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
100%.
That's right.
And honestly, I would put a warning on you. I would put a warning. I would say, by the way, if we're going to get involved, I want you to know.
I want you to know. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, the next person just go, hey, before we even get involved.
I just want you to know. Last
I want you to
time
know.
I did this.
Last time-
Yeah, I have unbelievable, sexual charm
Yeah,
oozing out of my pores.
So it's going to be so overwhelming that you might even cry.
That's right. And love your ex.
Yes. So if you're in a good place with me, your ex,
Yeah.
and yourself,
I don't want
and
to get started.
if you didn't wear underwear today,
That's right.
this is not
This
for
is
you.
not the day.
Nope, definitely not.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much, Florina, for sharing. That was incredibly wild. And I'm so glad that we are ending the podcast on this note.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This has been really fun.
This is so great. Thank
You're
you
the
so much.
best.
Great to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you,
Bye-bye.
Florina.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Oh my God. What a good story.
Oh my God. Well, I really was like going into this. I'm like, oh, like I wonder what kind of like wholesome little story is gonna be at her first kiss. That's so nice. Like maybe
Yeah.
you bonked heads, like you hit your guys' noses.
But also, this is why I think everyone needs to have a little bit of like filth in their life.
Trauma?
In high school.
Sure.
Because you got to get this shit out of the way early.
Oh, interesting.
But
yeah.
also, you also have to like if can you imagine if you didn't know what like the alternate sexes like orgasms were like at all because you hadn't like had if you hadn't seen at least some smutty movies or like experienced some adult entertainment in some capacity, I think you'd just be like, do you need to go to the hospital?
Yeah, you're like, what was the fuck
Are
was
you
that?
okay?
That was crazy.
Because the birds and the bees speech never includes what to do
it doesn't
here.
cover that.
No,
Does
no,
not
no, no.
cover
Does
that.
not cover
No.
O's.
No.
But
No.
And,
Yeah,
and
you
you know
think-
what? And I don't think I wanted to.
yeah, and I agree with that.
I don't think I wanted to.
I will say my first kiss also was like we had like a kiss in a photo booth at the mall.
That's adorable.
And
That's
then
what
we
first
went to,
kisses are
then we went
supposed
to
to be.
Ocean's 13 and we made out the whole movie until my
You were
face was
that-
raw.
Ocean 13 was a great movie.
Great movie.
Shouldn't have
But it
missed.
was like 0 to 100 is why
Yeah.
this related
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Because I was like, oh, little kid. I was like, can I kiss you? I'm so nervous.
I was at Magic Waters Water Park. Just the Girl by the Click 5 had just come on. It was probably about 8:55 p.m., which means they're about to close. And I got one of the most awkward encounters out of the way early.
Really? It was awkward. It was not endearing.
I mean, I'm sure it wasn't good for anyone involved.
It's just lips
Like I
smacking.
don't
you know?
remember, but like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna remember like who I was at 8th grade, and it wasn't someone that I think is gonna make anyone orgasm.
No.
At just the sheer touch.
that would have
surely.
been awful.
Surely
An
not.
orgasm in the pants at the water park.
For her, yeah.
Easy, honestly, easy though. Easy to clean up.
Yeah.
Hop in the water.
That's true. One water slide down, you're good to go.
Oh my God.
I feel like Jeremy was not on the same page as us for a quick moment there, Miles.
Hop in the water. Someone else's problem.
Hop in the water.
Just fucking nuts.
There's so much chlorine
so
in
much
there.
chlorine. You're
It's
fine.
fine.
You're fine.
Miles, it's been great to have you, buddy.
It's been such a delight to be here. I appreciate you guys having me on.
You know what? You made us better. Actually, I can say without hesitation, you are the most polished host and producer.
Agreed.
All in one.
my
All
Of any
in one.
podcast we've ever been on.
That is so nice of you to say. I really appreciate that.
You created an environment where I felt comfortable talking about things that are part of my childhood.
Wow.
And you made me laugh.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, no, you both were so good on my show, and I felt like also, yeah, you opened up and were vulnerable and deep.
And I felt like the warm embrace towards the end was nice on the way out.
Really nice. I gave you a big, deep hug.
And by the
Is
way,
it being a super tall person when the majority of people that you hug or not are not tall? Is it weird to hug another tall person?
it
not
feels
not.
right.
no, I think it's weird. I think it's really weird.
Two opposing sensations here. Okay, got it.
Well, if
got
you're
it.
hugging a smaller person, you're sort of enveloping them like a sleeping bag.
Right. Which is probably why I came. Anyway, nice to see you guys this week.
Miles, where can people find you?
You can follow me at Miles Bond on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. And then you can listen to my show, Perfect Person, where I take calls and I give people advice.
In
And then
fact,
start
go
with
through
this.
subscribe right now.
That's right.
Just go throw
Yeah.
subscribe, go follow.
Yeah, throw a subscribe, throw a follow, and
Wait,
watch Lauren and Jeremy's episode.
How do they get the hotline on? How do they get to it?
Oh, it's 424-284-9614. You can call that number at any time, but if you follow the Instagram account for Perfect Person Pod, then you can find out when we're recording and you can call in when I am taking calls.
We'll have a link below.
That's right.
You're the man, dude.
Thanks so much.
Congrats on the new chapter.
It's very exciting.
Remember us when you're on late night and
Oh,
you're looking
please.
for some like Wednesday afternoon filler content?
It's us.
We're there.
We'll be here to reminisce about Florina's
Florina's
Nut
first
job.
kiss.
nut job. Oh, wow. He was a real nut job.
Oh, boy.
Well, that's wild.
I wish we
till
had
nine.
I wish we
That's a
had
song.
your fucking sound bank.
Okay, goodbye.
You're the best. Thank you. Take us out, Miles.
Hey, that's wild till 9.
Okay. Bye, Latvia. See ya.